Hello, cartoon fanatics. RJ here, and welcome to another Cartoon Corner covering My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. And this episode was actually interesting. I was starting to kind of drag off into the regular monotonous flow of one-off slice of life episodes, and whammy, we got this one with all the villains. I thought we weren't going to see them after the premiere of this season, because normally they're either kind of hidden in the background or we don't even bring up the fact that they're a threat until the series finale. So I was super pleased to see a whole episode just dedicated to all of the villains and them being forced to work together by big goat demon creature. What's his name? Grogard? Yeah, him. So this whole episode revolves around Chrysalis and Tirek and that little pawn horse Pegasus thing from the last season. She is still the weirdest villain, I think, that has come out of this show. And it took me this long to realize that's not a rook as her cutie mark. It's a pawn. She's a pawn. That's her special talent. Cozy Glow. That's her talent, being a pawn. But this episode is about the three of them being forced to work together to retrieve this magical bell that belongs to the goat demon Grogar. And him basically going, look, we're all villains. We don't want to work together, but if we want to usurp Equestria and take it down once and for all, we're going to have to work together just this one time. But it's definitely a balance power struggle thing going on. And it's nice to see that the villains aren't just relenting either and going, fine, I guess we'll have to. They try to go, fine, we'll work together. And then they fight it tooth and claw the whole way, which is great. You can still see that it's very much in their essence that they want to work solo and they want to get things done by themselves. And even when they do work together, it's always kind of this reluctant distaste. So there's always something entertaining about watching villains work together. And it's because, at the end of the day, if they had the choice, they would not be working together and they would just destroy each other. But unfortunately, they're stuck there for our amusement. Another fascinating thing as we begin to see exactly what Grogar's powers are, he seems pretty much kind of like this all-powerful, end-all kind of creature. He can make magic from both of his horns, magic's coming out of his hooves, and it seems like that belt around, is it a belt or a necklace if he's a goat, but it's kind of around his neck. That little harness thing he's wearing there. It seems like there's different charms on that, almost like magical charms that he can also use to do magical stuff as well. So he's no joke. And this is clearly the only way that any of these villains would be cooperating in any way of shape or form, is because they know at the end of the day they are listening to Grogar, and Grogar is way more powerful than any of them at the moment, even though they do not like that fact. So Grogar sends him off to fetch this all-powerful bell that he had that was stolen away from him millennia ago, and he finally located it on this super protected peak. And as we expect, as with typical friendship plots in this series, the villains go out and try to do it their own way, separately, individually, and it doesn't end that well, and they all find themselves regrouping, and they start bonding over how much they want to crush Twilight and friends, and seeing all of Equestria in despair, and they kind of bond over that endgame goal that they have. And they do have to work together in order to retrieve the bell, and they actually do retrieve the bell. And just when you're starting to see them get like these touchy-feely, here's the friendship lesson moments, they push out of it so fast. It's interesting. Chrysalis explains that friendship is almost like a disease and how it can infect a being, which was a very interesting way of putting it, because we've always seen friendship as a good, powerful thing in this world. But to the villains, it wouldn't be good in any way for them. So it's interesting to see how they view friendship and what they think friendship truly is. Tirek seems to view it as some kind of form of weakness. Chrysalis views it as a disease, and Cozy Glow, of course, viewed it as a way to obtain power. So all of their different views on friendship are really fascinating, and I'm sure there's some people out there that might agree with some of these villains' opinions, and I don't think I want to meet those people. And this is where things get interesting. They decide not to give the bell to Grogar. They come back empty-hooved or empty-handed in Tirek's case, and they hide the bell away because they decide they can use that And as Grogar's plan is slowly unveiled, that they're going to work on their own plan to get rid of Grogar so that they can take over and be a ruler. And of course, I'm sure they'll fight over who gets to be ultimate supreme ruler if they even make it to that point. But this is interesting, and it's great to see that there's not just like one main antagonist going on here, that it's a whole group of them, and they've got their own inner workings of fights going on as well. So it should be interesting to see that slowly get unveiled, and if Grogar will just completely annihilate them and kind of poof them away, or if them teaming up together will make them begin to realize that friendship isn't so bad. Who knows, but this episode was definitely a lot more interesting than the past couple of episodes have been, so I enjoyed watching it. As always, if you'd like this, make sure to put a hose up and press that like button. Comment below on how do you think the villains working together will end up. Will they be able to actually overthrow Grogar? Do you think Grogar's just way too powerful to be taken down? Or will it be kind of a standstill battle? Will one of the villains rise up? Will Discord make a surprise and just defeat everyone? Who knows? They were talking about Discord and how he was like the primo bad guy, and they missed the days when he was all powerful and supreme, and then friendship had just kind of tainted them in their eyes. So that was also very interesting, and hopefully we'll kind of get more in on those dynamics. But that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next week.